Hello everyone, welcome back to Weather HQ. Time now for your tropical update. These will now be daily up until the threat is no longer intimate to the potential tropical cyclone that is headed towards the United States. And that potential tropical cyclone is named Potential Tropical Cyclone 5. This is the latest advisory here. As you can see at the bottom there, we got formation chance within the next 48 hours is around 80%, which is pretty high. Formation through the next 5 days, 90%, still high. And this right here, this little yellow X, whoa, okay. I'm so sorry. Anyway, this is near 0%. It's been like that for several hours now. I don't know why they just don't take the X off, but I'm not the National Hurricane Center. All right, so let's take a look at the warnings and cone here. You see this visor is for 8 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time. And this is the first advisory, actually the second advisory because they issued it earlier today. But right now the winds are at around 35 miles per hour, which if this was a fully developed cyclone, this would be a tropical depression 5, respectively. But as you can see, is expected to strengthen to tropical storm within the next maybe 6 to 12 hours. Maybe overnight tonight we'll have tropical storm, um, tro- tropical storm Elsa. As the U storm there. But as you can see, this cone extends all the way up and through to Florida here, with like a tiny chunk of southern Florida in the cone. And this is going to change a lot through the next 5 days. Honestly, the only part of the cone I would trust is probably the next 2 days or so, which is through Friday. Let's move on here. Let's take a look at it on the satellite here, and you can see the sun has went down. Obviously, it's getting dark. 7:32 p.m. here, local time where I'm at. Anyway, it looks very well defined on the satellite here. You can you can't really see a defined eye or a center circulation here, although it does look like there's one trying to form right in through here where my cursor is at, up in through here. And very explosive thunderstorm development, which helps it really get going here. So I do think by tomorrow morning or the end of the day tomorrow, we will have a tropical depression 5, if not tropical storm Elsa. All right, let's move on to the models here. We're gonna track this thing, and here it is. It's right here, highlighted in this zone, 1008. Keeping your eye on that right here, where I'm highlighting. So I'm gonna use my keys, and we're gonna animate this, put this forward in time here. Heads toward the Lesser Antilles as we get into Friday, and then it goes past there. It gets into Puerto Rico, near Puerto Rico around Saturday morning, and then it continues through the Gulf, actually the Caribbean Sea, and then enters the Gulf, and it's headed for Florida. Look at that, 982 millibars here. For those of you who aren't very weather tech savvy, that's a really strong storm here. I want to say that's on the level of a Cat 1 or even a Cat 2 hurricane. Actually, that might just be a tropical storm. I'm not too sure about that, but either way, that's a powerful storm. That's going to do some damage and some serious flooding, especially in those heavier, persistent rain bands. But let's move this forward here. You see it takes it up the west coast of Florida and into the central part of Florida and up into the Carolinas and then up the east coast. This is in no way set in stone. This is just the GFS's model uh, take on this system here. It's going to change a lot as we head through the next few days, obviously. But yeah, I think that's all I wanted to look at on this page here. All right, moving on. Here are tropical cyclone names here. They're very basic names, by the way. I mean, I can't think of one that's too out of the ordinary, except for maybe Claudette. Although that was a popular name back in the day, so that's not all that basic. But I digress. Let's look at these names here. We've had Anna back in May, then Bill and Claudette not too long ago, and Danny, which was just 2 or 3 days ago. And we could potentially, likely, will have Elsa within the next 24 hours or so, or the next 48 hours, I guess. And let's scroll down here. The wind shear. This could impact development here. It doesn't look like it's headed into a whole lot of wind shear unless it takes a track further north and gets into some of these red here, where it's just the highest wind shear. But if it stays towards the south here, it's going to have a lot of nice warm water to work with, and then it could rapidly intensify as it heads into the Gulf of Mexico, potentially, or it could just fizzle out. We'll have to wait and see. There's other factors that include this too, such as the placement of the high pressure and other storms that may interfere with this. But that's about it. So we're almost done. Before I go, I just want to say that this has the potential to either bust or be rather devastating. Gulf of Mexico storms have been known to rapidly intensify, and last year the Gulf of Mexico had its fair share of tropical systems and hurricanes. Laura, Sally, Delta, all familiar, and then up the East Coast, Isaias. So um, keep very close eye on your forecast. You live anywhere, I'd say the from say the Carolinas all the way over into Texas. Yes, even you, Texas. I would say you're still um, in the crossfires for this. So just keep an eye on the forecast. You keep an eye here at Weather HQ. We'll have you covered daily here. Um, and other weather sources here. There's a few other weather channels out there too, but um, it doesn't really matter too much where you get your sources from. Just be careful that it's not exaggerating over the top like big category 5 hurricane, because right now that doesn't look like it's going to be a category 5 hurricane. But this is common sense, right? Okay, so that's the end of the video here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you like content like this, leave feedback below. That is always much appreciated. And otherwise, I will see you all in the next one. Have a great day. Goodbye.